Hey everybody, going back down into 14th Street Union Square for part 2 of this subway series. If you haven't seen part 1, highly recommend checking it out. If not, you might be a little confused, much like you might be if you go down into this station, which is quite the behemoth. So in the 1990s, there was a massive renovation of this station. They wanted to make it easier to navigate, reconfiguring passageways and adding stairways. The city hired architect Lee Harris Pomeroy, who you see here. He was responsible for a lot of station renovations and also helped in the renovation of Grand Central Terminal. The artist they chose for this station was an American artist named Mary Miss, who was perfect for this massive space because she was a pioneer of the land art movement of the 60s, where artists used the landscape itself as their canvas. That's one of the reasons why she chose to make the station itself the subject of the project. She was walking through with the architect, saw these red spray painted lines around areas that needed restoration, and she used that as her inspiration, creating 115 frames that would be placed around the station. It's called Framing Union Square, and she was highlighting the station's past like an archaeologist. She also did something really cool. She embedded these red frames with information. If you look inside of them, you will see aspects of the subway and its history. For example, inside one of them above the IRT platform, you see the words safety yellow gap fillers. They use these mechanical gap fillers. The gap is too wide because of the curve in the station. I could watch this for hours. You'll also see highlights of the station's past. Hines and Lafarge, architects, and then the date is 1904. This is for those beautiful eagles, which were rediscovered in the renovation of the station. You see this photograph. They were initially super high up on the wall. When they were opening up the passageway, they rediscovered them. Instead of removing them, thankfully, they kept them. In this frame, you'll hear some words from our hero, Squire Vickers. Plaque of color may be used, which will blaze with the brightness of a jewel. SJV. He loved those jewel tones. In this one, you get a sick burn towards Hines and Lafarge by placing all wall materials in one plane. Unsanitary dust-catching ledges were eliminated. Squire Vickers did not love those cartouches. He is also responsible for over 300 of the 472 stations in the system. So whether you know it or not, you're seeing a little bit of Squire Vickers every day. Go check out this amazing station and all the stations in the most underappreciated art museum in the world.